Gloucester, pleasure to have you here. Looking forward to the game tomorrow?
Absolutely, yeah. The last time I was here was obviously with Saracens playing the Premiership, and now I suppose 3.5 years later, after retiring, playing a game for the Legends versus Gloucester Legends for a fantastic cause. You know? And it seems strange to be back in a rugby field, but it's been good to get back with some old friends and throw around an odd-shaped ball again.
And how does it feel to get so many of your former South African teammates together, as you say, playing once again?
I think it's fantastic, and I think that's what the Legends program is all about back home. Giving guys an opportunity to, I guess, stay involved in some kind of a team capacity, and also giving them the opportunity to be able to give back to a game that gave us so much. So it's always good. The banter's always good. You miss it, you know, in terms of being in the real world and not having guys give you grief about absolutely everything you do. So it's been a good couple of days so far.
You mentioned that you played here before with Saracens. I guess tomorrow you're hoping for a slightly warmer welcome than you had before from the Gloucester supporters.
Yeah, I must say Saracens are never that popular at many grounds. But in fact, it's ironic. I started my journey with Saracens, and in the Premiership, the day I arrived, Saracens were playing here, and so I was sitting in the stands watching. And I found what's the stand across from the main grandstand?
The shed.
The shed was incredible, and for me, that's what the game's about. That passion and commitment for a team, no matter what. So it was almost like coming here made me realise that I'd made a good decision, you know, because of the environment and the passion for the game over here.
John, thank you for joining us. Thank you for talking to us. Your dinner awaits. Hope it goes well tomorrow.
Thanks very much.
It's the Gloucester Legends versus South Africa Legends game, and for once you actually have a few of your countrymen here backing you up.
Yeah, no, reinforcements has definitely arrived. They all look sharp and they all look tanned up. Of course, they've come out of the height of summer, so off the beaches and straight onto the cold, muddy, wet pitches of England and of Gloucester. But fantastic to have the guys here, and really looking forward towards tomorrow's game.
Now, word on the street is there's a bit of a bidding war for your services. What colour shirt are you going to be putting on tomorrow?
Oh, that's the big question. No, to be honest, I was contemplating the idea of playing one half for each team, but then it was pointed out, I think Mike actually pointed out to me and said, well, if you do that, you are going to get smashed up twice and not just once by old teammates. You know, that's the love and the respect and the banter that goes on the pitch. But no, I'm gonna be playing for the South African Legends tomorrow.
Credit to your South African teammates, and it's all a sign of just what a great game it is we're all involved in. But this afternoon they were over at Long Levels Rugby Club holding a coaching clinic for local kids. Wasn't that fantastic?
It's great to see the guys putting back into the community, into rugby development. But that is what the South African Rugby Legends do. Wherever they go, when they travel the world, when they travel inside South Africa, it's all about spreading the love of rugby, spreading that passion, but working on that rugby development. So it was great to see the young rugby players out in Long Levens. We had a fantastic time. We saw a lot of smiles, a lot of cries of laughter. It looked like they enjoyed it, and it was just fantastic to work with younger players, inspire them, and have a bit of a laugh at the guys. It's good to have a bit of a run out before a game, but no, it's great to give back to local rugby communities, and fantastic for Long Levens to host us.
Final question: are the SA Legends ready for the weather tomorrow?
Well, I've seen a lot of Under Armour, Skins, weatherproof kits going up, but no, they're ready. It's a joyful occasion. You know, the guys all know what Kingholm, what the shed brings to the game. They've all heard of the shed. A lot of these guys have played here before for various other Premiership teams, so they'll be experiencing the shed again. So they're definitely in the right frame of mind.
Thank you. Enjoy the evening.
Will do.
Around with all these old guys.
I know, but look, I'm looking at them and I remember a vision of all the legends, and they were a bit bigger and chubbier, but these guys are in great shape. They're actually making me feel stressed about tomorrow if I see what shape the guys are and how serious they're taking the game. But it's good to be back here at Kingholm, and obviously got a few fond memories here and obviously a few bad ones as well. So really excited to put on the boots again tomorrow.
And it's a sign of what a great game it is we work in, isn't it? This afternoon, you and the other guys, you're at a local club holding a coaching clinic for the local youngsters.
Yeah, I think it's important for these guys. I think we've, as players, got a lot out of rugby, and rugby has done a lot for us. So it's great now to get at a point in your life where you actually give something back. And it's always nice working with these young enthusiastic kids. And they just want to throw the ball around, and with this time of the year, with the English weather, when it's raining the whole time, the poor kids spend a lot of time indoors, so I think they're probably as happy as their parents to get them out the door and get some rugby skills going.
Now, you mentioned the weather. Now, obviously, during your time at Saracens, you only retired just over a year ago. You were playing on that nice 4G surface. Have you brought along studs for tomorrow?
I actually haven't. I've got one pair of boots and I think it's molded, so I'm a bit stressed. I haven't really gone to the shop for my one game that I'm going to play buy some new boots, but hopefully it'll rain early morning and probably won't be the case, and then 3 o'clock it'll dry up. But like I said, also maybe it's a good thing for us older guys if the rain falls, so the game can be a little bit slower.
Finally, are you hoping for a bit of a nicer reception from the shed than you've had before?
I'm hoping for it. I can't imagine it happening, so I'll just try and stay clear of that side of the pitch, hopefully.
Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Welcome to Kingholm. It's the evening ahead of the Gloucester Rugby Heroes versus South African Legends game. Tell me, how's your love for rugby developed over the years?
I played at school. When I left school, I travelled off around the world and sort of used rugby to travel around the world. So first stop Canada, played in Canada at Windsor, then went on to Aspen, Colorado, then down to San Francisco, then hopped across to Australia. So basically travelled around the world. And I had enough money to get the flights, and then I would just turn up in a rugby club with my boots and say any chance of a game, and immediately after the game you had 300 friends who would help you find a job and somewhere to stay. And then I just carried on with that over the years, and then I got lucky enough to be, because my job meant I could actually get to the internationals and afford the tickets, and get to meet some of my heroes. I get invited to things, which was great, and got to know some of the guys. And then kept it going really, and then so when I did a holiday series, I talked the BBC and let me do a holiday trip to Samoa. The secret reason being because I wanted to play a game in Samoa. I lasted about 10 minutes and then got carried off, but it was nice to have actually trotted out there. So there is a history of that, and a history of me being in and around Kingholm and Gloucester Rugby too.
Now you mentioned heroes, and especially amongst the South African ranks, there are some genuine big names in world rugby here. John Smith, for example, who lifted the World Cup in 2007.
Yeah, genuine heroes, big names and big units. This is why I'm on the coaching staff tomorrow. There was a chance of me playing right up until I saw who was playing on the opposition, at which point I developed a terrible shoulder injury that meant that I could only I mean, I'm old and knackered now, and they're like, but some of these people are only playing rugby a few years ago, so, you know, actual international standard. And there's we've got some big units of our own. Of course, we're junior on our side as well, and there's some big names turning out for us. So I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow. And of course, as everybody knows, when you play with people of these quality, the term friendly doesn't exist anymore. So friendly tonight, be friendly in the bar afterwards, but I have a feeling it's going to be a bit tasty once we actually get on the pitch.
So you mentioned you're part of the coaching staff. Have you got your tactics prepared? Your pre-match team talk?
Yes, laugh a lot that I went on the side whilst and be thankful that I'm not out there being trodden on. I think it's probably going to be the tactic. No, I think we've got to come at them with some unusual tactics. Our boys are going to be much more used to the weather. We're expecting a full winter's day, rain and cold. These boys will be used to playing up on the veldt where the ball bounces. Of course, it just lands and stops in this country. So I think we'll know how to play the conditions better. And we're going to try and get them all drunk tonight and lull them into a full sense of security.
Nick, it's lovely to see you here. We're delighted you're involved, and thank you so much for supporting us.
Do you know what? It's a real pleasure and a real honour to do it.
Thank you. Julian, welcome to Kingholm. Lovely to see you here. Now, you've become rather a veteran of these Heroes games, haven't you?
Well, you know, it started when I was asked if I'd like to take part in Rugby 8, which was played at the Stu Harlequins. And yeah, since then, it's just been it's become a big part of my life. You know, it's something that I really enjoy being part of. It's a great charity. Obviously, it's based here in Gloucester, so I've got to know the boys, and I'm just enjoying it and feel very privileged to be involved.
I mean, we're here at the dinner on the evening before the game, and we talk about heroes and legends of the game, especially amongst the South African ranks here tonight. There are some big names. You know, John Smith, who lifted the Rugby World Cup in 2007, for example.
Yeah, I mean, they're big names and they're big men. You know, they're big. Some of those South African guys, the big Afrikaner guys, they are big units, and they still look trim. So I think we'll have our work cut out for us tomorrow. And but it is, you know, you're right. You know, for those guys to give their time, you know, the likes of John Smith. You know, I know Tinas he's a Glossy boy, isn't he? So, and Rudy, I've become friends with Rudy Kyle, and they just rugby's a family, you know, and that's. It sort of transcends, you know, wherever you're from, is that people come together to support a charity, to be here. So, no, it's great to be involved.
And it speaks volumes of this fantastic game that we all know and love, that those boys were out in the rain at Long Levens this afternoon, holding a coaching clinic for local school children. It meant such a lot. Yeah,
it's obviously grassroots rugby is so important. Gloucester's a big rugby community. You know, I'm from Wales. It's the same where I'm from. And actually, our village side is tomorrow playing against Long Levens
under 13, so the juniors. So there's a coach load. At least kind of 60 people are coming up. You know, my son's playing tomorrow, so it's a family. You know, and then the juniors will do the guard of honour for the big game tomorrow. So it's great to see youngsters coming into it, and the guys giving their time for the youngsters as well.
You're a member of the coaching staff for tomorrow. Can you let us into any secrets? What's going to be the team talk?
Well, I don't know. My team talk has become, I don't know. It's become something of a given now that they expect. You know, I've got to sort of up the stakes. I've written half of it. There's always some poetry involved because I play this character called Crazy Carl on Stella, and who is probably the worst poet in the world. So I try and use Crazy Carl's poetry as a kind of stencil, if you like, for the inspirational team talk. It's fun. That's what it's about. You know, it's not heavy. The guys are out there. You know, they're putting their bodies on the line, but they have to enjoy it. And as long as you have that kind of camaraderie and a sense of fun for everyone, and I'm just happy to be here helping them in any shape or form.
Julian, thanks for talking to us. Thank you for your ongoing support for these games. Enjoy the evening and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much. We're going to do it.
Fred, as club president of the club, it's your first season as club president. Did you ever imagine that you'd be sat in a room this evening with so many legends of the game, World Cup winners like John Smith, for example?
No, I didn't. It's really, when you think about it, when you look at the 125 years at Kingholm, you suddenly realise that you've accepted the presidency, and then these sort of occasions are come about. It's absolutely fantastic.
And it's a mark of this wonderful game that we all know and love, that these household names, people like John Smith and Brayton Polser and Butch James, they were at Long Levens this afternoon in the pouring rain, coaching school children. Isn't it fantastic?
It is, and I think that's what rugby's all about, is the friendships it's built up over the years, and you can see with the people this year from South Africa that somebody like Tina Stelport's relationships is so good that he could attract those sort of players here ready for the game tomorrow.
And we're all biased, but it's really only a city like Gloucester, a club like Gloucester, that could put on this sort of occasion, isn't it?
It is, and you can see that with other games it's brought to Kingholm. They know that the supporters will come out and support this type of game.
And it's a difficult question, this one, Fred, but can I ask you for a prediction tomorrow? How do you think it's going to go?
Well, if myself and Ronnie Etheridge gets on the ground, it'd be pretty poor. But I think we'll see a good game tomorrow. I hope the weather is drier than it's expected. But I think looking at the South Africans drinking at the moment, and our boys are probably home in bed.
Fred, thank you for your time. Enjoy the evening and enjoy the game tomorrow.
Thank you.
All good. Jake, welcome back to Kingholm. I guess it's fair to say this place has got a very special place in your heart, hasn't it?
Definitely. I think there was a point at which I was not sure that I was going to make it back to Kingholm for various reasons. I haven't got here for probably 2 years now. So when this opportunity came around, when I got the call from Alan Lamb, it was something that I jumped onto, and to be able to do it with the bunch of guys that are here tonight and the guys that are playing tomorrow, it's very, very special. This is definitely my home from home.
Now, we know of your commitment to Gloucester, 2 different spells at the club. One was an emergency call-up. You arrived on a jet, played in Biarritz, scored a try.
That's correct.
But you've got so many of your South African compatriots here tonight. In whose camp are you going to fall tomorrow?
I've got a bit of a split alliance on this because after professional rugby, a lot of the guys in South Africa go and play for the SA Legends, and I've been very fortunate to have played in a number of tournaments with them. So I know a lot of the guys, and I've had a bit of good times with them. So I'm very much in a split camp tonight, but I think tomorrow I'll be with the Gloucester boys, and I'm hoping the guys can have a good performance. The Legends have got a good team, but I know Gloucester are putting out some of the old dogs, the likes of Chris Forty, and those boys. I think Adam Eustace is going to be playing. So there's some guys that have played a bit of rugby. Let's just see how fit they are.
Now, you know the Gloucester area very well, you know the city, the community. How much do you think it would have meant to the locals, the coaching clinic that was put on at Long Levens this afternoon by the South African Legends?
Yeah, I was saying to somebody earlier, I mean, obviously I know Deeks, one of the stalwarts of this club came from Long Levens, and I know that there's a very proud history there. It's probably unfortunate that they don't play higher up in the leagues, but it's a great club, and today it was reinforced when I saw the number of youngsters and parents, people out there watching rugby, people with a genuine passion for rugby, which is ultimately what gets us all into rugby, is that there's that burning desire to play well. And I think, like you say, the opportunity for these guys to play with some absolute greats and legends in the game is great, and it just made for a great day. And I must say it was fantastic being down at Long Levens, and they really made the guys feel at home. And it was something that was proud as a sort of somebody that I see as a Gloucester man, who I was quite proud to be down there today.
And if I was to push you for a prediction for tomorrow, what would it be?
I think it's going to be tight. In these games, it depends. I think if it's rainy and wet, which it looks like it could be, I'm going to give Gloucester to edge it by 5.
Jake, it's great to see you.
Dave Knight on the wing and Johnny Goodridge making up the other wing. In the centres we had Apo Satala and Keith Senior. Good afternoon here from Kingholm. I'm Ollie Young, and I'm absolutely delighted to be bringing you Gloucester Rugby Legends versus South Africa Rugby Legends to celebrate 125 years here at Kingholm. Today's match is in support of two great charities, Rugby for Heroes and the Gloucester Rugby Community Fund. I will quickly now run through the teams with you. Starting at fullback for the Gloucester Rugby team is Rob Cook. The back three is completed by Dave Knight on the right wing and Johnny Goodridge on the left wing. Apo Satala and Keith Senior make up the centres, with Andy Gomersall and Nicky Little in the half-back positions. Junior Paramore, Peter Buxton and Adam Balding are in the back row. Rob Fiddler and Craig Gillies make up the second row, and Dave Hilton, Chris Forty and Kevin Yates in the front row. The South African team has Stefan Terblanche, Tonderai Chavanga and Henno Mentz making up the back three. Tinas Delport and Devet Barry make up the centres, and David von Herslen and Butch James in the half-back positions. Ernst Joubert, Corne Steenkamp and Justin Melk are in the back row. Marco Wenzel and Hoti Lowe are in the second row, and John Smith, Peter Dixon and Lawrence Safaka make up the front row. The benches for both teams: Gloucester Rugby's bench, Olivier Izam, Lee Forty, Paul Griffiths, Jamie Bolsh, Damien Knowles, Howard Graham, Dan Ratu, Tams Tamatawale, Paul Knight, and the South African bench is made up of Delari Dupree, Darren Neal, Nico Luce, Matt Messina, Rudy Kyle, Kennedy Simba, Neil Cole, Mark Watson and Christian Snyman and Brayton Pulse. Here with me today is Jack Watson. Jack, you looking forward to today?
Thank you, Ollie. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic occasion. We've got two really good teams here going to celebrate our anniversary year at Kingholm Stadium. Also fantastic for them to give up that time for these two brilliant charities. Really looking forward to seeing what we've got on today. Got some fantastic World Cup winners in there as well. Should be a good afternoon's rugby.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. The Kingholm faithful bring the South African team to the pitch with a lovely cheer. Time for a picture under the post, I think. It has been slightly wet here in Gloucestershire. The pitch looks a little bit soggy, which might not make for the most expansive game, but I'm sure it will be a great day for everyone here, and it's great to see the local community really supporting two great charities. Jack, what are you looking forward to today the most out of all the players on show?
Well, with these kind of charity games, you're never really too sure what to expect, given we've had a few players retired. Watching the warm-up out there, some questionable play from a couple of lads out there. I won't embarrass them with names. I don't know, I expect both teams to be competitive going for this. A soggier pitch traditionally might suit South Africa. the sort of hard-hitting, tackling play. Like you say, won't be the most expansive game, but it should be entertaining as well. I'm sure there'll be lots of quirky things to look out for as well as we go.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But make no bones about this, folks. These people are competitive men. They wouldn't have been professional rugby players if they didn't have motivation, and I doubt they'll be happy to roll over today. It will be interesting to see if the South Africans have still got that grit and determination in the forwards. See if they really want to smash them, see if they've got it in them. And it'd be interesting if we see any flair rugby. Obviously the conditions won't make for great rugby, but I'm sure they'll be willing to give it a try. We are here to entertain after all.
But just listening to you, Ollie, reading out that team sheet, some of the names got there. John Smith and Butch James coming here to sort of entertain the crowds here is just fantastic. It should be such a good afternoon.
Yeah, I totally agree. As we see the Gloucester Rugby team take to the field, and we hear the famous Gloucester chant. We're going to have a photo together. It looks like it. Nice to see the two teams embracing and getting together. This is what it's all about. It's for charity. Yes, it is a rugby game, but at the end of the day, we're here for the community, and it's great to see this on the pitch right now.
Surprised we haven't seen Nick Knowles sneak in on that team photo.
Here he comes. Nick Knowles with DIY SOS in his cowboy hat and his Gloucester Rugby kit takes to the field.
Again, it's just fantastic to have so many different people here supporting these great charities on this momentous occasion. It's really good to see so many great names here today.
It is great, and it's great to see that they're all willing to help out for charity. I mean, none of them were forced to come here. They've all come here of their own choice. And it's great to see that they still care, and they still care about the charities. Obviously, Rugby for Heroes, great charity for the military, and the Gloucester Rugby Community Fund does great things locally. So yeah, it's great to see it.
Just talking about the pitch, as you mentioned earlier, you can see even where the players have just run out. We've had the flag bearers and things. The pitch is turning up really quickly today. Be interesting to see what it looks like come the end of the game.
It will be interesting, yeah. It does look soggier on this near side, closest to us. On most of the pitch, it does look okay, but we'll have to see how it tears up. You're right, it does look like it started to tear up pretty quickly just in that little, by the tunnel, and there's a little puddle. That's about the only waterlogged area of the pitch we have. It's great to see the fans really buying into this as well. It's not the greatest of day to come out and watch rugby, but look, you can hear that. They're up for this. It should be a great day. It's an honour to be here. Almost underway. Looks like it'll be Butch James to get us underway. Referee Nick Wood, ex-Gloucester. And we're away. Good take by Adam Baldwin, and he's met by a wall of South African defence. Good run, good strong run.
South Africa's half just coming over the line here now.
Junior Paramore showing that he hasn't lost any of his strength. Oh, good hard running line, good tackle, good physicality. Here comes Keith Senior, the ex-rugby league man. Oh, big hit. Be interesting to see how long both sets of teams can keep up a fast pace. Obviously, the majority have been retired for a little while now, so it's interesting to see how fit they are. Oh, good hit. Referee waves advantage. Good take from Ted Blanche, and the kick is fielded by Andy Gomersall. He now elects to kick. Collected. Nice early kicking battle. Going to see South Africa try and run it back, are we? No, we see a kick. Finds Paramore.
Getting going on to that physicality, I think we might see a bit of a kicking game today. Might just make it a little bit easier for when sides are trying to leave some of the pressure on their back line, I think.
Yeah, right on cue, Jack. We have a big hit that forces the knock on. We're going to get our first scrum of the day. This will be interesting to see what happens here, see how competitive these scrums are.
Well, we saw a few in their lineup, both holding pretty strong, looking pretty good. Again, I feel like we're talking about it a lot. The ground, will that hold up? It'll be interesting to see who comes out on this. Looks like the teams could be equally weighted down there.
Oh, it looks like it's uncontested scrums. Looks like it'll be uncontested scrums today. Maybe that's something to do with the weather. Oh, good strong run. South Africa looking to build. Oh, slippery fingers from Butch James.
A chance here for Gloucester.
Gloucester away. The shed draws him on. Oh, loose pass. I think we'll see a lot of that today. There's plenty of physicality on show early doors. Oh, another loose pass. But referee Nick Wood blows to the penalty.
Definitely a chance.
And Johnny Goodridge is off early. Nice quick tempo to this game. Oh, he beats the defender. Gloucester are in here. Oh, good tackle. Should have perhaps given that. Great tackle though.
A chance to offload that. He was away on the right.
Been really impressed by the tempo of this game, considering most players are retired. It's been great to watch so far. I think that might be something we see a lot. Wet conditions, greasy ball. I think we might have a lot of scrums today. Lots of knock-ons, lots of misplaced passes. But that's to be expected with retired players and not great conditions.
Well, it just adds to the excitement. You know, we've seen already in the thing.
Yeah, exactly. As Butch James, World Cup winning, Butch James clears. Gloucester field it, and it's Rob Cook with it in the centre of the field. Spins it wide to Johnny Goodridge, who looks for a break. Oh, he could be in trouble here. He's a little bit isolated. Held up. He's done well there. He was by himself. He's done well to stall a little bit.
It's nice getting out some brave play.
Crossfield kick. Could this be our first try? Great kick from Nicky Little. Could this be try time? Oh, great rugby. Great try.
Absolutely fantastic from Gloucester there. I think really good awareness with the kicking to find him some space on the right. Good little interplay. Got our first try. Very well deserved by Gloucester, who have come out really strong in this game. Definitely deserved this lead.
Yeah, and I think that's Dave Knight that's gone over in the corner there. But great play from, I believe it was Dave Hilton. Great offload from the front rower. First blood to Gloucester. What do you make of the start so far, Jack?
Yeah, very positive play from Gloucester. Definitely look up for this. South Africa, I thought, would do a little bit better when they were cramming into some isolated play down on this near side, but some great kicking in there just to field it out wide. Gloucester really took their chance. I think they definitely deserve their lead. Been pressing a bit higher, the more aggressive side so far, looking good value at the moment.
As Nicky Little looks to convert from fairly wide out. We have Nick Knowles running onto the pitch with a little bit of H2O SOS.
Awful.
It seems that he's run across the whole pitch and to play quickly. We've had a couple of quick taps already, and it's good to see that they're still up for it. It looks like Butch James is going to go for the corner here. Good kick, and South Africa will have a line out, first line out of the game, just 6-7 metres out.
There's a real chance here. South African players look up for making most of this line out here.
And they win the line out. Great attack. Oh, big John Smith there. World Cup winning captain John Smith. Gloucester got a bit of defending to do, but it looks like they've knocked the ball forward from the line out that was.
Starting to get a little bit untidy in there at the moment. Just got to keep their shape a little bit more. Gloucester looking very eager to win that ball back. Perhaps a little bit too eager on a couple of occasions here.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. It's hard though. They're not playing week in, week out. For a lot of them, this would be the first time they've played in a long time. And the conditions, I hate to keep going on about it, but it's really not going to help. I think that's why we've had so many knock-ons so early. Here we go, South Africa have an attacking platform. Uncontested scrum in the 22. Butch James on great running angle there. Hanno Mentz just tackled 5 metres out. South Africa are now. Advantage. Nick Wood's got his arm out. Good defence from Gloucester. Crossfield kick from Butch James. but Nick Wood brings it back after no advantage. South Africa going to let's go quick again. Von Hurselen with the quick tap, and John Smith. Good defence from Gloucester. And a try. I think that's Justin Melk has gone over there. After good patient build-up play from South Africa, and Gloucester just couldn't hold them out.
Definitely no good play there, working it from left to right, doing very well to look at those openings, took full advantage when they found one. They made their way back into this game now.
Yeah, and it's great to see an exciting start to the game. 2 tries in the first 10 minutes. We'll see if Butch James can give South Africa the lead here with what is an easier kick than Nicky Little's kick. But great start to the game. Crowd are loving it so far. And it's 7-5. Good conversion from Butch James.
Yeah, he was never going to miss that one, was he?
We will try our best to keep you updated with any substitutions, but there are a lot of players down on the benches and there's numbers all over the place, but we will try our best. Nicky Little is set to get us underway. Good high kick from Little. Ooh, Von Hurselen slices the box kick a little bit. They let it bounce, and Junior Paramore's there to collect. Rob Cook spots a gap, does he? Good hands. Been really impressed with the hands on show so far. It's not the easiest conditions, and been some good quick hands. Just as I say that, the curse of the commentator.
You're right, no, there's definitely some good offloading in there today to find those little bits of spaces, those gaps in between the players we've been looking for. Yeah, it's been very good. Nice attacking play all round, actually.
Yeah, it's been good. Sometimes these charity matches, they take a while to get going, and the standard's not great. But it's been a good start. We've had 2 tries, seen lots of attacking play on show, and everyone's enjoying it so far. Another great offload. And South Africa have a little bit of space. Blanche takes it and kicks through.
It's staying in.
Who's out to chase? Chavanga's chasing. Can he collect? Oh,
he does.
Good try. I think that's Henno Mensah's gone over in the corner there. Him and Chavanga are both in pursuit of Blanche's kick. But I believe that's Henno Mens who scored the second try for South Africa.
Yeah, some nice vision in there to spot that space on the left. Gloucester look a little bit exposed over there on that side. That's where most of South Africa's play is coming at the moment. There's some very good vision there to find that kid, and deservedly they've got to try. Gloucester need to sort of get back into this a little bit. Yeah, it's fair to say that South Africa, since the Gloucester try, have been on top really, and that was good attacking play. Good from the set piece from the scrum in their own half. They worked the space on the overlap. Nice offload in there, and they were away. There will be, due to the fitness of most of the players out in the field, there will be space out there for both teams to exploit, and that's a perfect example of that. And South Africa have done well, and they probably deserve their lead. How's that going?
Unlucky from Butch James, who almost converts from the touchline but drops agonisingly short. And Gloucester will have to get us back underway and try and find a way back into this game.
Yeah, that might have been one that you expected James to convert there. Felt a little bit short, was a little unlucky. Not too windy at the moment here. Don't you can blame that. Yeah, one you would expect him to convert maybe.
Yeah, I think you've been a little bit harsh there, Jack, but I'll let it go. Little kicks onto the 22, taken by ex-Leicester Tiger Marco Wenzel. Von Hurselen finds Butch James, and they look to go wide again. Lots of kicking on show early. Rob Cook collects. One of the fresher players out there, Rob Cook. And we have another knock on, but the ref's playing advantage.
That's a good advantage, that Gloucester, good position here.
Nice little interchange there between the hooker and his teammate. Good hands from Little, finds a space out wide. Paramore's unable to find Keith Senior, but Johnny Goodridge is off. I watched Johnny Goodridge. Oh, here he goes. He's still going. I watched Johnny Goodridge in the Gloucester Rugby versus Rugby League Legends game, and I think he got a couple of tries on that day. He still looks fairly fresh. Another knock on, and we'll have, well, I don't know what scrum this is, but we've had quite a few. Here come the changes. 1, 2, 3. I think we've got 6 changes there.
6 changes, yeah.
Is that a 7?
7.
Yeah, brilliant. We will do our best to keep you updated on who has come on once they've come onto the field.
No,
Any ideas, Jack?
South Africa definitely taking advantage of their changes today. I think we'll see a lot of fluidity of the players coming on and off to keep everyone fresh, as you say. Some players who've hung up their boots a while ago, but no, it's nice to give everyone a good little run around.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's come here to play, and you're exactly right about the fitness. We will endeavour to update you on the teams. It is hard though, and as soon as we've found out more, we'll update you. I think that's a kick. That's a kick from Kennedy to Simba, and Gloucester will have the line out just outside their own 22. I think we've seen, so obviously we've seen Simba come on, we've seen Brayton Pulse, Rudy Carl might be out there. I think Rudy Carl is there. Mac Messina's out there as well, player coach. Advantage to Gloucester after the knock on at the line out. It's great to have World Cup winners Butch James and John Smith here today. We do also have Neil Back here, who obviously won the World Cup with England as part of the Gloucester coaching team. That's great to have him here. Let's keep seeing him attempts to make a break. Beats the first tackle and makes a couple yards. Lovely death pass from Nicky Little, and Buxton's off. Nicky Little's really started this game well. I've been really impressed by the former Bath player. Obviously in foreign soil here in Gloucester, but he's here for a great cause. Oh, big hit there, and that'll be a line out to South African team. Nice high five between the two players.
No, you're definitely right with Little in there, controlling play really well. Most of his passes have been very accurate so far. Doing a great job of getting his team going.
And as we talk about Nicky Little, he comes off. I think he's been replaced by Damien Knowles. The Gloucester faithful showing their appreciation for the former Bath man. Great to see. Great to see for the two charities we're here today, Rugby for Heroes and the Gloucester Rugby Community Fund, which is I will keep reminding you of those charities. Please donate. Get online, donate. That's why we're here. It's a great cause. Got an injury here, not 100% sure who that is, but clapped off. South Africa, let's go wide again, and to Blanche plants a kick in, but it's out on the full and we'll go back. the shed reminds her Blanche of what he's just done.
Entering a little bit first kind of lull of the game at the moment. Not as much action. We did get off to a very fiery start, sort of calming down a little bit now as we might have expected.
Yeah, obviously with the fitness levels of the players, that is to be expected. Great running rugby from South Africa here though. Great hands. Oh, good hit from Johnny Goodridge, stops that. And Adam Balding looks to make a break.
Great tackle, that was really important. He made that. There was plenty of players from South Africa point of view, queuing up on the right hand side to offload that, and they were away.
Good physicality there from the Gloucester player. You're right that was a great tackle from Goodridge where South Africa looked to be in. Gloucester just lacking a little bit of width. As I say, that Satala makes a break down the wing. Little switch to good tackle there to Simba. Adam Balding, heavily involved so far, takes it up. Great little kick there from Andy Gomersall. And South Africa have been penned back into their own 22.
Yeah, very useful for Gloucester. They've been defending a lot at the moment. Welcome break to their backs to get up the pitch a little bit more.
We have got Dan Ratu from the Army coming on for Gloucester, replacing Dave Knight, I believe he's replacing. And he's gone out on the wing there with the orange boots.
Yeah, it'd be useful to see if he can do something to add to the width. Gloucester have lacked a little bit out wide at the moment. It'd be great if they can just get him forward a little bit more, get him involved straight away.
Yeah, Jack, would you say that's been the difference between the two sides so far? When South Africa got the ball, they looked to seem to go wide and they looked to have space, whereas Gloucester look a little bit narrow.
Yeah, and especially South Africa getting the ball wide very quickly as well, not giving Gloucester much of a chance to shift their team over a little bit more, finding the space, how they got their opening try. This is a great run.
Great run from Rob Kirk, who bursts right up the middle. Can he make it to the line? Great try from Rob Kirk. What a break.
That is tremendous. What a run that is. Picked the ball up very deep there. Had a look up, saw the opening. No South African player was interested in getting near to him. Took his chance and just went for it. A fantastic run to get Gloucester in with a chance of getting a little bit back into this. Fantastic work there.
Yeah, great from Rob Cook there. I said earlier, it's one of the fresher players on the pitch. And that showed he still had the pace to get through. And when he broke into the 22, looked like one of the South African. He was caught in between two South Africans. Would he make it? And yes, he did. He used the wet pitch well to slide early and get down on the white line.
No, very clever play. No one was going to get near him once he got motoring. Done fantastically well there. Like you say, made the wet pitch work. Great sliding on that try. Very effective and a good try to score.
and with that, he comes off. Needs a little breather, I think. Replaced by Johnny Goodrich, who started the match but had obviously come off. And now we have Damien Knowles attempting to convert and draw the sides level.
It's unfortunate there. He looked to have got that just right and started to veer just wide to the right of the post once it left his boot. Very unfortunate for him there.
Jack, it's been a fast start to the game. We said there's been a bit of a lull, but it's been a relatively fast start to the game. Do you think both sides can keep this up?
Yeah, definitely. I think with the use of substitutions, both sides have got plenty of players on the bench who can sort of come on and come off. Looks like it'll be rolling all day, so that's going to be useful to keep the excitement up, keep things going, sort of keep an entertaining game, just keeping fresh legs going.
Yeah, good use of the mark down there, and Gloucester look to play from their own 22 again.
Again, Gloucester being very brave, whereas South Africa taking a bit more of a kicking approach. Gloucester definitely fancy going in.
We're going to have handbags here? No. Everyone's in a friendly mood today. It's for charity after all. It's time for a scrum. I'm not too sure what happened there. I'm not sure why the scrum's been called. But we'll have a scrum in the Gloucester 22 with Paul Knight to put the ball in. Unfortunate there for Tatala. He chased Knowles' little chip, and if he could get his own kick through there, then would have had the freedom of the South African half to score a try. But Tablanche did well to block the kick. Almost football there, Jack.
Yeah, seeing some footwork. Did raise that foot. Couldn't quite get to it. It was quite unfortunate. Nice idea though. Nicky Little just down below us getting some photos with fans and being seeing some autographs. Very friendly atmosphere here today.
It's great atmosphere here today. You've got the players that are here for the charities, and it's great to see the people coming out and them getting to interact with their heroes. I'm surprised a Gloucester fan would want a picture with Nicky Little, who's so well linked with Bath, but the power of charity, eh? Great kick that is from Simba. Didn't really give the Gloucester player any opportunity. Goodrich just had to shepherd the ball out, and Gloucester will have a line out on their 22. Great kick though, great territory. Gloucester having a little huddle. Be interesting to see if they've been working on any line out calls in training. I think it's a 7-man line out. They go long from the line out, but it's fumbled forward and South Africa collect. Good break there, down the middle. Good clearing out. Jack, it hasn't lacked physicality so far, has it?
No, definitely both teams definitely going for it. Usually coming off the better for South Africa. They've got some very strong players in the centre there, just powering through Gloucester as they get called back here.
Yeah, and it looks like Tasimba's going to try and go for the corner. Good kick. And South Africa have great position to attack from. 5-6 metres out. Be interesting to see if they've worked on anything in training, see if they've got anything up their sleeves.
Yeah. At the moment, South Africa aren't looking the most expansive side, but they really are making use of some of their powerful players in the middle there. Some fantastic runs, just powering through some of the Gloucester ranks. Not getting the ball as wide as they were at the very beginning, but still making some good territory as they've done so here.
Yeah, I think obviously famously South Africa are known for their physicality, and they're trying to do that still here. It's good to see. They started off expansive, but they're happy to mix it physically.
No danger of slacking in their style of play. Good
step from Damien Knowles to get out of trouble there. But South Africa wrap him up. But Nick Wood blows for the penalty for offside. Damien Knowles did well to get away with that. He looked like he might have been pinned in on his own try line, but he stepped a couple and bought the penalty. Well played.
Almost ran himself into further trouble there, but he's done well. And now Gloucester can clear it and give them a little bit of respite at the back.
Yeah, and a great little dingly kick onto the 10-metre line.
There you go, all change.
Looks like Delari Dupree has taken the field.
Again, Gloucester going long from their line out.
Good line out, good set piece. Nice to see that organised.
Yeah, nicely worked.
Good break from Tatala. He's got Buxton on his shoulder. He's finds Senior. Senior beats one man. Unfortunately, he knocks on. And Nick Wood will come back to blow for the scrum. Good play, though. Good break from Tatala.
Again, Gloucester did really well from that line out, going straight over, leaving them with so much space in that right, powering through it. Just a little bit unfortunate with a little fumble there. They couldn't quite make it through and get to the try line.
Yeah, you're right. I've been impressed with Keith Senior so far, who made his name in rugby league, played for Great Britain and England. He was here for the Rugby League versus Gloucester Rugby Heroes game back in November, I think that was, and it's great to see him here again today.
No, yeah, definitely up for it. He's looked really bright so far, always looking to get forward and powering forward, some good runs. Offloading's been very good as well.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I've been surprised by the quality of the offloads that we've seen today. It's not ideal conditions. I'm not sure if it's starting to drizzle a little bit, but the quality of offloading has been great. It's really been good to watch. Ball goes backwards at the line out, and Gloucester keep it. Good barrelling run from Buxton, but South Africa do well to stop him. And Nick Wood's got his arm out for another penalty to Gloucester.
Yeah, it's a good advantage. See if we can get anything with Gloucester here. South Africa forwards doing a really good job of stopping Gloucester from getting any territory. But as soon as Gloucester get past these few forwards that are closing down quickly, they will be away.
Yeah, Jack, you're right. It's just a case of patient build-up play, and then when the defence is tired, then making your move. Gloucester are doing well. They've done well, because at one point they looked like they were drifting out of the game a little bit, but they're doing well.
Here we go, that's a good run.
Great covering tackle. That is a great covering tackle to deny Ratu. And unfortunately, Gloucester knock it on.
Again, as soon as Gloucester can escape the area where it's quite compact, it's so free on the side, and South Africa have got no answers when Gloucester get it out wide.
Yeah, and it looks like Ratu, who is an Army representative, but plies his trade in sevens a little bit. He looks like he's got a pace and a nice step.
Crowd enjoyed that one.
They did enjoy that one. Poor Apo Satala. Moment to forget for him. Here he comes again, though. Can he redeem himself? Good offload. Slightly high tackle, perhaps. Referee lets it go.
Don't know how intentional that was. Don't think there'll be too many ones like that at the moment.
It looks like Keith Senior has just got one gear. He just wants to run hard and fast. He does not look enjoyable to play against.
You can see how long he can keep it up.
Turnover in South Africa have the ball on the break here. Here goes to Blanche. Good hit from Satala. That is a great tackle. Venzel looks like he's felt that one.
I think Sala felt it as well.
Great to see Tina Stelport here, who had the choice of who he wanted to play for today. Did he want to play for Gloucester or did he want to play for South Africa? I think he said if he played for both sides, he'd end up on the end of a beating from both sides. He chose South Africa. Ernst Joubert, the former Sarries man, run through. Knock on. Was that deliberate?
Pulled it back.
Nick Wood rules that it wasn't deliberate. Great to see Ernst Joubert back in England, though. The former Sarries man who he spent 6 years at the London club, and he wasn't the catalyst, but he was there at the start when Saracens sort of started this South African mission at Saracens, and started their success, and it's great to see him back. Great number 8.
Yeah, absolutely, and testament to everyone who's got all the organisers here, of course. So many great players on display today. We really are being treated to a good spectacle at the moment.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. I think the pitch has held up okay so far. What do you think, Jack?
You know, it's doing all right. We did have our concerns at the start when it was raining a little bit, and the photos and the pre-match sort of actions turned up a little bit. It's looking okay at the moment. Just thankfully, doesn't look like there's going to be too much rain, so it should be all right.
Good little half break from Blanche there. Yeah, you're right. I think it might be starting to drizzle, but big hit on Butch James.
What awareness that was, though. To know.
Great hands from Butch James. So I'm sure he wished it didn't happen. Good break from Delport. Good tackle from Senior. I really have been impressed with Keith Senior's ability to adapt to rugby union. South Africa, let's go wide again. Good break and offload from Trevanga. Knock forward again. Story of the game almost so far.
Well, it's just a bit rare that we're seeing South Africa go wide as referee being full time. They're not getting the ball out wide as quickly as Gloucester, and Gloucester are really taking advantage of when they're doing that.
Yeah, and that is half time, and that's 12-10 South Africa. Probably a fair result. There's not much in it, and it'd be interesting to see how the second half unfolds. It's been a great game so far. Everyone in the stadium's enjoying it. It's been a real honour to be here so far.
No, I just think it's excellent that both sets of teams are fully committed. We are seeing some good rugby there. Gloucester, at the moment, impressing me a little bit more. Are behind actually on the scoreline. They're getting the ball out quite quickly. There's been a few instances where Gloucester, it's been an almost kind of moment, haven't it?
Yeah. There's been lots of half breaks, lots of knock-ons at the vital moment, but that's to be expected with the conditions such as they are.
I mean, it will be interesting to see as this game carries on.
We will be back for the second half in about 15 minutes' time. So please stick with us and enjoy the game. And welcome back here at Kingholm, where we are celebrating the 125th anniversary of Kingholm. South Africa Legends versus Gloucester Rugby Legends. This game is currently tight with South Africa winning 12-10. I'm here with Jack Watson. Jack, great first half we saw.
Yeah, you're right. Very energetic opening to the game. Both teams really looking up for it. Got a couple of early tries in there. Gloucester really taking advantage of the width, and they're really struggling, I think, to get past the South African forwards who are swarming any kind of attack that Gloucester try and pose. But as soon as Gloucester get the ball out wide, they've had some useful players on the wing who've really made some inroads in South Africa, who actually lead. I think Gloucester will be a little bit disappointed with the score at half-time. They had plenty of chances to grab some tries, but a few sort of drop balls and stutters and things meant that they find themselves behind.
Yeah, absolutely, but they're not out of this at all. It's only 2 points at the end of the day, and they'll look to turn it around quickly. We've seen how easily they can break through, and I really think they're still in this.
No, it's a close game, and don't get me wrong, both teams will definitely be wanting to win this, especially as it looks like it could be part of a series, some of these Heroes matches. There could be some bragging rights going around, but no, they'll definitely be wanting to win this, and I'm sure they'll all be up for it come second half.
And we're underway. Oh, good kick from Nicky Little, but it's unfortunately dropped. That would have been a great start for the Gloucester team, and it's advantage South Africa.
Yeah, lovely attacking intent. You know what was said at half time. They come out looking up for this. It's a really positive start, and hopefully we get you know a good second half of scoring.
And we got two former Barfly halves out there now. We got Butch James and Nicky Little. That was a good kick from Butch James, but well fielded by Gloucester.
Actually, nice reception. Probably the best reception you'd see a Bath player get here.
Definitely. As Little looks to go wide, finds the impressive Keith Senior, who's been in the face of the South African defence for the majority of the game, and there he goes again.
You know, Senior's been very good, making the switch from League to Union. Obviously, done really well in the first half. Not afraid to power through and have a go at some players if need be.
Yeah, Gloucester looking to go wide early. We highlighted that in the first half. That's where South Africa sort of had the edge. South Africa were going wide quicker, and we're finding it easier out wide than Gloucester. As we see a big hit there, highlights the physicality we've had.
Gloucester, yeah, they've had chances, but it's just been some little mistakes that are letting them down. A few dropped ball, a few slips, passes not being as accurate as they should be. But here they go now.
Here we go with Apis Atala, who feeds Dave Knight down on the wing. Good hit. And South Africa look to bundle him into touch. The ball stays in. It's scrappy down there.
Very
such
scrappy,
as the conditions, really. But Gloucester have done well to keep it. Good offload, and Adam Baldwin goes through the gap. Good break from him.
There was a chance there for him. South Africa look a little bit stretched in the middle, but recovered very well.
Good feed from Johnny Goodridge, and he's on the outside break. Great feed from Goodridge.
Again, this is what I'm saying. There was no one really busting a gut to gap alongside him on the wing where there was some space.
Yeah, great feed from Goodridge though to find that space. Really didn't think he'd get there. Senior perhaps took his eye off the ball there with two big South Africans in his face. Not a great pass from Gomersall as the rain starts to get a little bit heavier here at Kingholm.
Yeah, shame that you were saying there was a little opening if Gloucester wanted to take it. South Africa didn't have as many players on this side. Gloucester sort of queuing up over here, but unfortunately weren't able to get it across, and we have a scrum.
Yeah, such has been the story of the game. Really, it's not the fault of anyone, but it's hard conditions, and both sides have struggled keeping hold of the ball. We've had lots of scrums which are uncontested. Just to remind you.
Yeah,
as we see another knock on right on cue.
I think that's a good idea to have the uncontested scrums. We've seen this pitch isn't holding up as best as it perhaps could be. I think scrums would really ruin that, and maybe take a little bit of the flow out of the game, which has been surprisingly fluid actually.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good to watch. Both teams have come here to try and play rugby. The tempo's been relatively high. We've seen a little bit of kicking, but we haven't seen too much. We've seen a couple quick taps. The uncontested scrums obviously add to the tempo of the game, and it's been good. Both teams have come here to play, and it's nice to watch in these difficult conditions.
I am actually quite surprised with the scoreline being as low as it is. After the explosive 5 or so minutes we had at the very beginning, I was expecting a high-scoring game, but I suppose that's got to be credited down to both the defences, both regimented fairly well, haven't let an awful lot through them.
Yeah, I think it's the good defence combined with the difficult conditions, meaning we've had a lot of handling errors, and also the lack of sort of match fitness from these players. This is a charity game. They're not professional rugby players anymore, so they don't have that conditioning. As Gloucester look to exploit a gap, Keith Senior finds Goodridge out on the wing. Great covering tackle from South Africa, and they hack clear. But
fantastic work. Really had some space to run into there. Did Goodridge. I thought he was going to get a try. Keith Senior maybe a little slow to offload that to him. Drew in a couple of challenges, perhaps gaining some space. But I think Gloucester will be a bit disappointed that they didn't make that count.
Yeah, it was a great cover tackle. In fairness, looked like Goodridge was going to score. You're right, but great defence. And South Africa were able to clear. Good solid line out as they go to the back at Joubert. Keith Senior collect from the handling error, but we see another handling error.
Oh dear. How many errors is that?
I've lost count, Jack. I've lost count. The crowd are enjoying it, then. It's great to see such a good, healthy crowd that are really enjoying the day coming out for the two charities that we're here for today, which are Rugby for Heroes and the Gloucester Rugby Community Fund. It's great to see so many people here. As the linesman bows after he slips in front of the Gloucester faithful.
Crowd enjoyed that one.
They did indeed.
Nothing better than seeing a referee caught up in a tackle or slip.
Junior Paramore off the back of the scrum finds Gomersall. Rob Cook runs a good line on the switch. Great try from Rob Cook in the first half. Probably moment of the game, I'd say. Jack, would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. He picked up the ball in the centre, had a little bit of space around him. South Africa had a little gap in their defence, and boy did he take it. Just powered straight on through. There was no stopping him. Very good play from him at the beginning.
Yeah, as Gloucester make inroads to the South African 22. Nick Wood's got his arm outstretched for the penalty.
Getting a little bit untidy in there.
And he comes back for the penalty. High tackle, I believe that was for, Jack. How topical.
Let's not get into that.
I don't think we've got enough time, have we? So 5 minutes gone in the second half, Jack. What have you made of it so far?
Well, Gloucester have come out very bright. We haven't seen South Africa get forward an awful lot at the moment. They do need to start making some of these chances count. You know, they've had some good territory. We had the chance on the far side with Goodrich, not quite making the try line. He got pulled back, but here we go. He could make a chance now.
Yeah, again it's sloppy from Gloucester. Good loop play from Nick Little, and it looked like there might be some space. But unfortunately they can't hold it, and South Africa are able to clear.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of keeping South Africa deep inside their own territory at the moment. They haven't really had a chance to get out or stretch Gloucester at all.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. I can't remember South Africa really threatening in this half so far. It's been the cherry and whites all over. So we hear the Shed trying to get the home side in inverted commas going.
I was ashamed of that line out actually. Gloucester have been pretty good with them the whole game, going long and often finding some space off the back of it.
Matt Messina there struggling with his footing a little bit, got going, but Nick Wood blows for the penalty. I think it's Apo Satala there not rolling away. Jack, what have you made of the discipline of both sides so far? Obviously they're not in the professional game, not completely up to date on the rules, and a little bit lacking fitness. What have you made of the discipline?
I think defensively they've been really good. We've seen a few penalties given away close to the try line, as you would expect. But you know, defensively there's been very little gaps, very little holes for anyone to exploit. I think they've been pretty well drilled. I think in the few days which they spent with their coaches.
Yeah, and Jamie Bulsh, who is a Great British sprinter and former Bradford Bulls and Rugby League sprint coach, has just taken to the field. I think he's taking his place up on the wing, it looks like.
No, it's great to see so many people coming here. Man of many achievements, many medals. Some great performances by him on the track. See what he's got on the rugby pitch.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Gloucester can get him with ball in hand out wide. It'd be interesting to see if he's still got that pace.
Definitely, it'd be great to see if he's an effective winger. I think that is somewhere Gloucester have lacked in cutting edge, getting the ball out wide and getting someone who can run sort of past some of the South African tackles, and it'd be great to see if he can make a try.
Good line out from Gloss. Looked like the man might have been taken in the air, but the ref lets it go.
Taking a breather.
I think they all need it. Nicky Little barking orders. Good line. It's fair to say Gloucester have looked more of an attacking threat in this half, isn't it, Jack? They look like they've got more precision in the attack. They look more penetrating.
Yeah, there's definitely some intent there. Whether that's South Africa saying we'll sit back and come at us, I don't know. But Gloucester really being interested in surging forward. We're just still waiting for some cutting edge for them to get back into this game at the moment. But there's definitely potential. They really are going for it now.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think as the game goes on, I think fitness levels will really be tested, and Gloucester will look to try and make some of this pressure pay. I just can't see South Africa being able to hold out for the majority of or for the rest of this half. They need to try and get themselves going, or something has to change for them, because it's been all Gloucester so far. They've been fabulous.
attitude to play. They will want to take advantage of all their good attacking play before it gets a little bit too late, before the legs do start to get a bit heavy. They've got some good territory here. They'll look to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, and with those tired legs, you do look at someone like Jamie Bolsh, who, with his speed, could really test that. I think he'd really get the crowd going as well if he can get the ball in his hands.
Absolutely, yeah. No, and the crowd have been fantastic so far today. Very excited at all the fantastic players that they've been shown. Plenty of World Cup winners, and it's great to see such a large crowd here for this game to commemorate Kingsholm's 120th anniversary and support two great charities.
Yeah, Jack, you're absolutely right. We obviously it's a rugby game, but we do need to remember that we're here for charity and to celebrate Kingsholm. And it's great to see so many people turning out for it. The shed looks great today.
Okay, South Africa holding a very disciplined line here at the moment.
I think Gloucester have got to make this pressure tell. Great dummy there. Nicky Little looks to go wide.
But look at that, as soon as that went wide, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 South African players getting straight over to him. Fantastic defensive play there.
Yeah, they've done really, really well there, Jack, and they've won the penalty as well. And Gloucester have had all that pressure, and now South Africa have the chance to clear. It's great, and Butch James will look to get aside some territory. And South Africa have the line out here as Paul Knight replaces another World Cup winner, Andy Gonsall.
Nice work there.
Good kick from Butch James, but it's fielded by Gloucester as they look to counter-attack. Great chase though. A kick is only as good as its chase, and that is a great chase from South Africa, and look at the territory they've gained.
No, it's fantastic. We've been saying how well they've been defending, but this is the first real time they've got forward in this second half, and they filled that very well. Definitely chased that and got forward. Very effective play there. Yeah, then South Africa just replacing some of their players now, keeping that energy levels up as they move a little bit further up the pitch. Be a bit of a disappointment for Gloucester if they weren't able to improve on their score at the moment. They've been attacking very well in this second half. Haven't been able to make anything of it though, because South Africa have been so resilient in their defence at the moment.
They have. It's almost been like a trademark South African performance. They've got the points on the board, and they've been stout in defence. They've been physical. The defence has held. And it'll be interesting to see if they can carry that on for the rest of the game. High tackle there on Senior, but the referee plays advantage as Gloucester break down the middle. Not a great tackle though there.
No, you're right, it wasn't. A little bit high up, a little bit late, a little bit cheeky. Referee letting it go in the spirit of the day. There was a little apology afterwards. Don't think anything bad was meant by it.
And Gloucester have the penalty for an offside. The ref, I think, wants to speak to Stefan Tablanche here for the high tackle that we did see.
A few in the crowd chanting off, don't think he'll do that.
What will he do here? Will it just be a word?
Looks like it.
Keith Senior goes off for a well-earned break. One of the star performers today, even if Gloucester are currently trailing.
Yeah, no, he's been really impressive. Perhaps we didn't expect him to be so good, but definitely really instrumental in getting Gloucester forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Tablanche got away with just a word there. Probably no more of that, please.
Sure he's listening.
A good kick from Little, and Gloucester can set up attack again just outside the South African 22.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do here, because in the first half they were focusing getting the ball wide. At the moment they look a bit more determined to go through the middle and take the long routes by powering their way through. his team. But South Africa, we've been saying all half really, they've been defending really well and done so again.
Loose pass from Brayton Polso, and to Blanche, gets it out wide.
Oh no. That's disappointing, that is.
Tonderai Chavanga slices his kick right in front of the shed there. An unforgiving place.
It's a shame that, because there was plenty of room to run into. I don't know that many of his teammates were there to get up with him. But a real opportunity there for South Africa to get forward.
Yeah, and Javanga's not short of pace. Got an interesting fact for you actually, Jack. He used to be able to run the 100 metres in 10.27 seconds. There you go, folks.
Not bad. Interesting to see if him and Jamie have had any sort of competitions.
Sure, they'll only be running for the bar nowadays. Here he goes. Here's Bowl. She's running sideways.
Not sure how much ground he actually made there, but it was good to see him go.
I think he's gone backwards, if anything, Jack. And there was a forward pass in there.
Can keep him on the wing, maybe.
Great to see, though. Great to see people from different fields. Obviously, Jamie's not a rugby player, but it's great to see him getting involved for the charities. It's great. That's why we're here. That is why we're here. It's great to see.
Excellent for him to come round. Just support what's going on here today. It's really good for him, and I'm sure he's loving it out there with all these huge stars of the game.
Another good kick from Simba. His kicking's been impressive today when he's replaced Brock James. He's found good territory, and South Africa need a bit of territory. It's been all Gloucester, and finally they've got a chance to sort of disrupt this line out and have a bit of their own play in the Gloucester half.
Well, yeah, it's usually a tough act for coming on to replace Butch James, but he's been useful, especially in this last 5 or so minutes when South Africa are keeping Gloucester at bay. As you say, typical resilience from the Springboks here today.
Gloucester are able to hold the line out, and they look to go from their own 22. Jack, it's been great to watch both sides willing to run with the ball in difficult conditions today.
Yeah, it is, and partly down to some of the increased spaces, whereas you get some tired legs and players who haven't been in practice as much. As we see a big hit just there on the near side.
That's another big hit, and a high hit from Tablanche, but he gets away with that one as well. As Gloucester looks to go quickly, and then the crowd are really willing them on. The game's come to life almost with that hit.
Yeah, and sometimes it does take a few things like that. Not that it's the best way to get the crowd going, but get them excited. I think this Gloucester team will thrive with the crowd behind, and there are some good genuine connections in there.
Big hit in the midfield.
Again, that's what South Africa have been doing all day long, just breaking up the players quickly as they can. They've done so again.
That's a nice kick in behind from Nicolito though, and to Blanche as well to jump on that in pursuit by the Gloucester player.
Dan Ratu there making some good space on the wide right there, trying to get in behind. But yeah, like you say, good covering play.
South Africa risking it from their own try line almost, but they get away with that one, or they survive there.
Right, a little bit risky where they have been preferring to kick out at the moment, but like I say, look to have got away with it at the moment.
Oh, slice kick on their own try line. Can Gloucester capitalise here?
They do.
Have they? Knock on.
Well, South Africa, we were just saying we're playing it a little bit risky there. One slice kick straight across the try line, and I have to say they have got a little bit fortunate.
Yeah, you can hear what the Gloucester crowd think of that. Not happy. And if I'm honest, it did look close. It looked like there was a lot of hands in there, but I'm not sure if that did go backwards.
No, you're right. There was a lot going on, but I think on balance that probably did look like the right decision. But South Africa, they can't be doing things like that if they want to win this game.
Andy Gomersall and Johnny Goodrich take to the field again. That's all from Jamie Walsh so far.
No slouch in getting off.
Yeah, it's the quickest we've seen him run. Keith Senior back as well. And joined by Rob Fiddler.
Yeah, Gloucester will be looking to freshen things up a little bit. They've definitely got an opportunity here, being so close to the line. I do think they'll be disappointed that they haven't been able to make anything in the second half. It's been just a resilient, stubborn performance by South Africa at the moment.
Yeah, as it looks like Big Junior Paramore comes off with an injury to a great applause from the Gloucester crowd.
Yeah, a bit of ice in his hand there, might have been trodden on or broken something. Hopefully he's alright.
Simba able to clear under pressure, and that is a great kick under pressure. I have been so impressed with his kicking. That is a great kick under massive pressure from Gloucester there.
Yeah, really bailed his team out there after again some good defending after they sort of laid their own trap almost. But yeah, he's got them some yards, so he'll be fine. Again, Gloucester very effective from their line out, able to switch the play nice and quickly.
Exciting play from Gloucester, but the ref blows for a forward pass. And if I'm honest, Jack, that did look slightly forward from where we are.
Yeah, I think the pace of things there, Gloucester looking very eager to get forward quickly. There was a lot of space to do so, but yeah, forward pass, bring it back.
Big run from Ernst Joubert there off the back of the scrum, and South Africa looks to go straight down the middle of the ruck. Sorry.
Again, determined play from Gloucester to stop any sort of advancement. Get a nice quick break, and that'd be great if they could turn and play over here, but South Africa not letting them do it easily.
There's numbers over this side for South Africa if they can use them. Good break and good offload, and Joubert flies through the middle. Great cover tackle. That is a great cover tackle.
Again, fantastic defending from the Gloucester players there. Really like that South Africa when they get away there. There was a bit of space for them to do so. We're surprised it didn't come down on this near side and use the players they had on the wing. Went through the middle and very nearly found their way through to another try, Ollie.
Yeah. Almost looked like we had our first points of the half there, but great cover tackle from Gloucester. Great tap tackle. Joubert looked like he was going to go through. Interesting hands from Satala there. Interesting would be the way I describe it, Jack.
I think you're picking it nicely.
South Africa look to go wide. Good defence from Gloucester to wrap him up, but to Blanche finds a space, and Joubert looks to go again. Joubert's really come to life in this second half. He was quiet.
Yeah, he's popping up in some useful areas for South Africa. Very nearly made his way just in through there. But no, he looks like the person to get things going for them in terms of attacking play.
And South Africa make a half break here. Big tackle from Satala as the referee pulls it back for a knock on. Good covering tackle from Satala there. I've been impressed with the covering tackles. They show that the players are still committed, that they don't want to let things up. They're still willing to put their bodies on the line, Jack.
I don't think you could question the commitment of any of the players out there. What they've given us so far today is fully committed, fantastic game of rugby. No one's pulling out. They all want to win this. You can see they're very determined to. It's been fantastic what we've seen so far.
Jack, it's great to see all the players being applauded off. There's no home bias here. Obviously they're willing Gloucester to win, but all the players have been shown appreciation by the crowd, and that's why we're here.
No, I'd be very surprised if this fantastic crowd that have gathered here today would show them anything but appreciation. They really are spoiled, this crowd, by some of the fantastic players you've got, and it's been a really good game so far. Crowd really buying into it. It's great to see.
Yeah, even the former Bath players have been shown some love as we see former Bath hooker Peter Dixon about to throw in the line out.
Sure, it's one or two giving him what they think of him.
Good solid line out from South Africa, that is, and they've won the penalty. Good play. I'm impressed with their organisation there at the line-out. Now, boys, come on.
And it's getting a little bit heated down in there.
Just showing each other some love, really, aren't they? Let's see what South Africa got from this line now. As I say, I've been really impressed with their line so far. They've been very organised. Hopefully I haven't given the commentators curse.
Wouldn't be the first time today.
Great line out, as I predicted.
Playing a bit of football here.
Great slide tackle. Gloucester looks counter attack here.
They got space.
They got space and numbers. Satala's breaking down the wing.
I've just been very disappointed with some of these slips. It's just so frustrating. There was so much space to Sala there, looking to power on down that wing. South Africa were a little bit caught out there.
Yeah, they were in trouble, Jack. But it's not the players' fault. As we look now, the rain is starting to get a lot heavier, and they can't help it. That most professional teams will struggle to play expansive rugby in this weather. I don't think they'd even attempt it really. I think it's just the fact that it's a charity game that they want to put on a show for the crowd. So fair play to them for trying it, but conditions aren't really great for an expansive running rugby game.
No, that probably has contributed to our half of outscoring at the moment. Probably does suit South Africa. They're being very strong in defence, not letting much through, being very resilient as we would expect South Africa to play, really.
Yeah, as we see a big hard line from the dreadlock Matt Messina there. Good hit from Gloucester, good defence.
Yeah, that's nice strength. In South Africa, just at the moment, just finding it a little bit tricky to get through Gloucester, who have been defending for a long time. I'm sure they'll be looking to get away very shortly.
Good tackle there from Dave Knight. Good defence from Gloucester. And can they break? Rob Cook spots some space in behind and they're in pursuit.
Is that in fact the ball, it's staying in? Fantastic play that is from Gloucester. They've been defending for an awful long time there. Really useful for them to get out of the pitch, give them a little bit of break and give them a chance really just to get some points on the board this half.
Yeah, top work from Rob Cook who spotted the space in behind, and then like I said earlier, a kick is only as good as its chase, and Johnny Goodridge was great there. Just didn't give the South Africa player a moment's peace, and he bundled him to touch, and good territory for Gloucester now.
Yeah, it's just important now they do take advantage of this. We will expect South Africa to just sort of sit around in front of them, not let much through. It's got to be a little bit more expansive. We spoke, it's going to be a little bit hard now with the rain continuing to fall here at Kingholm. But it's be important now if they can get that play out wide, sort of work some of the space.
Yeah, just while there's a little stop in the game, just like to remind you of the charities we're here for today. That's Rugby for Heroes, who well, Jack, would you like to describe what Rugby for Heroes does?
Well, no, they're a fantastic charity that works with the rugby community to raise funds and awareness for military personnel who are making the transition back into civilian life. Obviously the parallels that rugby and sort of armed services can have, sort of the discipline and the kind of togetherness and things. It's a fantastic cause.
Yeah, it's great, and I'll tell you about our other charity in just a moment after this passenger play is broken down. Another knock-on from Gloucester, and South Africa are able to take the ball.
Nick Knowles getting in the way there.
I think his players might have sent an SOS.
Terrible. Got to be better than that, come on.
I apologise.
Gloucester just regrouping here. See if they can find a way. There hasn't been an awful lot of action in this second half, I don't think.
No, there hasn't. Obviously, we've been no points scored. It's still been an enjoyable half. Been good to watch. Crowd have enjoyed it as the floodlights come on here at Kingholm. Can Gloucester turn this around in the last minute? I'm sure the Shed would love it if they could.
No, it'd be fantastic, and the fans that are gathered today in their thousands have been really supportive of what's going on. It'd be great if they could be rewarded with some points on the board in the second half, which I'm sure, hopefully, watchers like us, it'd be great to see.
Yeah, just a reminder that the other charity we're here for is the Gloucester Rugby Community Fund, who helps the more vulnerable people in the local community, which is great.
Two fantastic causes.
Yeah, and also not to forget, it's 125 years here at Kingholm, a great rugby ground and a great rugby community here.
Just a little break in play here as we prepare for a scrum.
Poor kick that is from Van Hurselen. Misjudged it, but that is full time. And South Africa have won 12 points to 10 over the Gloucester Rugby Legends. A great occasion, an enthralling game, not many points, but that was what the weather dictated, and it's been really enjoyable. Jack?
You're right, it has been a really interesting game of rugby to watch. South Africa took a lead quite early on in the first half. Sat back as we would expect them to. Gloucester had a go with some expansive rugby, which is a little bit harder in these conditions. Both players from each team gave it their all and gave us a really fantastic game here for some worthy causes, and it was a great celebration, Ollie.
Yeah, it was great, and it's great to see so many people here, obviously, like you say, and please donate to the charities, Rugby for Heroes and the Gloucester Rugby Community Fund. That's why we're here, that's why the game's been played, and it's great that everyone's got so involved, and a great game of rugby to go with the great cause. So thank you for tuning in with us. I've been Ollie Young with Jack Watson. I hope you've enjoyed the game. South Africa Rugby winning 12 points to 10. Thank you, and that is everything here from Kingholm.